The strangest thing about humans isn't our strength or teeth or even our brains. It's how badly we depend on other humans. Our ancestors survived in groups so interconnected that losing the people around you could mean losing your chance to survive. And there's a very good reason for that. You might imagine ancient humans as small groups of people wandering around, hunting animals, and living in caves, but living completely alone was almost never a good option. And the problem wasn't loneliness. The first problem was food. Imagine having to find everything you eat by yourself. There are no supermarkets, no refrigerators, and no place where food is waiting for you. You have to find plants, track animals, collect insects, dig for roots, or catch whatever you can. And finding food is only half the problem. You also have to process it. A large animal might contain enough meat to feed several people, but killing it could be difficult and dangerous. Once it was brought down, many people could work together to butcher it, carry it, protect the meat, and eventually eat it. One person could do some of these jobs. A group could do all of them. And there was another advantage. If one person found food today, another person might find food tomorrow. This meant the group didn't have to depend on one person's luck every single day. But food wasn't the biggest reason humans needed each other. Injuries were. Today, if you break your leg, you can call an ambulance, you can go to a hospital, a doctor can treat you, and someone else can bring you food while you recover. Ancient humans had none of that. If you injured your leg while hunting, falling, or simply walking through rough terrain, you might not be able to hunt for weeks. And if you were alone, that was a serious problem. You still needed water, you still needed food, you still needed protection, but you couldn't move normally. A group changed the situation completely. Someone else could bring food, someone could help you move, someone could watch for danger. You didn't have to be useful every single day to remain alive. And this is where humans became very unusual. Our survival wasn't only about having strong bodies, it was about having other people. Think about a human child. A newborn human is basically helpless. It can't walk, it can't find food, it can't protect itself, and it takes years before a child can become independent. That means raising a human isn't something one person can easily do while also finding enough food and staying safe. More people make the job easier. Someone can carry the child, someone collect food, someone watch the surroundings, someone can care for the child while others are busy. And this doesn't necessarily mean every ancient human lived in one giant permanent village. Human groups could change in size and composition. People could separate, travel, meet other groups, exchange resources, form relationships, and return to familiar people later. In other words, humans didn't just need a group, they needed a network. And that network gave them something even more valuable than food: knowledge. Imagine discovering that one particular plant makes you sick. You learn that once, but what happens after you die? The information disappears with you. If several people know it, the knowledge can survive. The same applies to hunting routes, water sources, edible plants, dangerous animals, weather patterns, tools, shelters, and countless other pieces of information. Humans became extremely good at storing information outside a single person's brain. One person knew something, another person knew something else, and the group combined all of it. That's incredibly powerful. A single human might know where water is, another might know how to make a tool, someone else might know which plants can be eaten, someone else might know where animals usually travel. Together, they effectively knew much more than any one individual. And there was another problem waiting in the darkness: predators. Ancient humans weren't the strongest animals in their environment. We don't have the claws of a big cat. We don't have the speed of many prey animals. We don't have enormous teeth. A lone human is physically unimpressive compared with many predators, but several humans watching together are a very different problem. One person can sleep while another keeps watch. A group can make noise, throw objects, use weapons, and react to danger together. The same basic idea applies to hunting. A large animal might be difficult to approach alone, but multiple people can surround it, drive it toward a certain direction, or take turns pursuing it. Cooperation can turn a physical weakness into an advantage, and humans took this idea much further. We didn't just cooperate with our relatives. Humans can cooperate with people who aren't closely related to them. We can share food with someone who may never return the favor immediately. We can teach someone something even when they aren't our child. We can remember people who helped us years earlier. We can build relationships with people outside our immediate family. This created something extremely unusual. A human wasn't simply surviving as an individual, they were surviving as part of a social system, and that system could continue even when individual people died. Your knowledge could be taught to someone else, your tools could be used by another person, your children could learn from people who weren't their parents, your group could remember a place you had visited years earlier. So when we think about ancient humans, we shouldn't only imagine stone tools and fire. Those things were important, but the most powerful survival technology may have been something much simpler: other humans. A sharp stone can help you cut meat, fire can help you cook food, a shelter can protect you from the weather. But none of these things can replace someone carrying you when you're injured, teaching your child, remembering where water is, warning you about danger, or sharing food when you have nothing. And that's probably one of the strangest things about our species. Humans aren't particularly impressive when you look at one individual. Take away the group, the accumulated knowledge, the cooperation, and the relationships, and a human becomes much more vulnerable. But put many humans together and something completely different appears. A group can remember, a group can plan, a group can teach, a group can divide work, a group can protect its weakest members, and most importantly, the knowledge of one generation can become the starting point for the next. That's how humans could survive environments that were sometimes far more dangerous than anything most of us experience today. So ancient humans didn't live together simply because they liked company. They lived together because cooperation solved problems that no single human could solve nearly as well alone. Food was easier to obtain, children were easier to raise, injuries were less deadly, predators were easier to deal with, and knowledge didn't have to disappear when one person died. We often think of human evolution as a story about becoming stronger, smarter, and better with tools, but maybe there's another way to look at it. We didn't just become smarter individuals, we became extremely good at becoming smarter together, and that may be one of the biggest reasons humans are still here today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below on what you'd like to see in the next video. I'll see you in the next one.